Hey there, Diane Conklin with CompleteMarketingSystems.com. You know, you hear a lot of people talk about turn lemons into lemonade, right? It's like, you got to add a lot of sugar to make it drinkable. And that's a lot of lemons, right? What's my point? Well, I find it very interesting that we want to make things so simple. Well, just take lemons and turn it into lemonade. Like, yeah, no big deal, right? Just turn every bad thing that happens into a positive. Well, you can do that, and with a little time and energy and effort and all of that, you know what? We all do that in our lives. And sometimes the odds at first seem insurmountable, right? Have you ever had this situation happen? So I'm going to tell you, I have a coaching client right now who had a product that she was selling. It was doing really well. And she had gone to the company, the manufacturer, and said, look, I'd like to, license this or figure out a way that we can work together on this because my people love it, and they wouldn't do it, right? And so it got pretty popular, and time went on, and she got a letter from him saying, you can't sell this anymore. We're not going to sell it to individuals anymore. And so she was like, oh my gosh, people love this thing, and I'm selling a ton of them, and what am I gonna do? And we had talked at one other time about possibly looking at what if you could do these on your own? What if you could, go find a manufacturer, and I don't know what it would cost, but maybe it's worth checking into. So she did just that when this happened. And guess what? She has gone to the bank, got a small business loan, and is working with the manufacturer to produce something similar. Obviously not the exact same thing. She's talked with lawyers and attorneys, and she's done all of her homework. And so here's a situation where, something was working and, oh my gosh, it stopped working, right? It didn't stop working, but the situation changed, and so now I can't make it work the same way. And, if you've been around me at all, I say a lot, 1 is the worst number in business. And it truly is. And it is because anytime you have just one thing, or you're dependent on one person or one company for something, these kinds of things potentially can happen. So the question is, can you be flexible? Can you be a big enough problem solver? Can you think outside of the box or create a whole new box, right? When things like this happen, so that you can not go, oh my gosh, well, I guess I'm just done, right? That didn't work. But instead, to be the person, the business owner that says, you know what? There's another way to do this. And you have to be that person. And you know what it boils down to? It boils down to the way you think. It boils down to, you can get frustrated. And look, here's the great thing about business lessons is they're applicable in the rest of your life. What do I mean by that? Well, you know what? In business, you can get frustrated and say, excuse my French, to hell with it, screw it, I'm done, that's it, I can't do this anymore because they took it away from me. And you can do that in your life, right? Gosh, this just happened or that happened and this isn't going to work anymore and blah, 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 right? And people do crazy things because of that. Or you could say, you know what, this happened and I got to figure out a way to continue making this work in my business, in my life. How do I do that? How do I look at it? What's a different angle, right? And part of it is if you have a coach and you have colleagues that you trust who've been there, done that, then you can get opinions and ideas that will work, right? And this thing is still in production and still in the very, very, very baby stages. But here's my point. When you're mindful about things, when you think about things in a different way, when you have the ability to say, okay, you know what? Stuff's going to happen. Look, you know what? I'm just going to be me. Shit's going to happen. If that's offensive, I'm sorry. Shit happens in your life, in your business. It just does. You can't stop the shit from falling. You can just decide if you want to catch it in a bucket or on top of your head, right? The birds are going to fly over. Do you want to be under it or somewhere else? That's really the way it works. And the control that you have over that is yours, is the way you think. It's how you handle things.
It's being mindful, being aware, having the sensibility and the gut, if you will, to say, you know what, I need to at least have a contingency plan in case this happens. Because you know what? Lemons don't become lemonade overnight. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that you can't, maybe they do overnight if you're gonna squeeze enough lemons, right? But things in your business don't happen instantaneously for the most part. It takes a little time, for things to get done. And so you have to constantly be thinking about, what if this happens? What if that? Do I have areas of my business where I only have one thing, or I'm dependent upon one person? And if you do, I want you to look at that. I want you to be mindful of that. I want you to think about, what is your contingency plan? Do you have one? And I'd like to help you develop one. I'd like to help you be more mindful in your business. I just love this whole idea of not mindset, not all the unicorns and glitter, but how do you be mindful in your business so that you can continue to make a positive impact, which is what it's all about, right? So I'd like to just invite you to go check it out. Go to mindfulbusinesssuccesssummit.com. I'm having an event in November. We're going to spend 2 days talking about how do you build your business in this way so that you can have more fun, make more money, and do more amazing and incredible things in the world. Mindfulbusinesssuccesssummit.com. I'm Diane Conklin with Complete Marketing Systems. We'll see you next time.